Everybody, back at the vineyard. Took care of the Chardonnay. Cabernet Sauvignon is next, which is the back part over here. So the Cabernet is 7 acres. It goes from right there all the way over to those white boxes right over there, all across over there, down over here, and down behind here. So I'll show you that real quick. This is the top of our property. It is the highest point. It's a hill right here. My neighbor's right there, but my property line is right where that fence is. And so we are at the highest point. And so the Cabernet Sauvignon ends right over here. And that's also my neighbor's property line along here. Cabernet ends here. But California has been experiencing the last 4 or 5 days extreme hot weather. And the funny thing is that in 2017, when I selected my spot down at the Vista Colina Resort, my wife and I flew in on September the 8th, and it was 108 degrees, 108 that day, choosing our tasting room at the current location. And so yeah, California gets hot, Napa Valley gets hot. But very rarely does it get hot over and over and over and over and over again. But again, it's Mother Nature, right? So we've had a few days past the century mark, and right now it's about 6:45 p.m. and it is a beautiful 93 degrees, really nice breeze coming in, and 93 degrees with a beautiful breeze. Tongue twister. Anyway, so but check out how my property, how it's situated along this part of Napa Valley, this northern part, this St. Helena area. We have this beautiful mountain here, and it continues up, and we have our soils that are just beautiful volcanic soils with a little bit of sand, alluvial soils they call it. And so you can see there's a slope coming down here, right? It kind of grades down ever so slightly down here. And so that's kind of like the volcanic influence with the mountains and coming down here to the riverbed, which is right along here, right? That's all the riverbed. But as you can see with my beautiful oak trees, these gigantic oak trees that are probably 100 feet tall or more, it lends itself, plus this little hill here, it lends itself in my property shading, beautiful shading. So throughout the day, in the morning obviously we get sun all morning, front and back of the property. But the back part, it is protected by a little bit of shade along here to give the property beautiful shade and start cooling down. So when it's a hot day and it's a little over 100 degrees or high 90s, my property gets protected by nature, by these gorgeous huge oak trees. And this hill protects us from the sun's beam, so we don't burn any grapes or sunburn any grapes. And all these trees along the riverbed, all these trees here, all of these trees all the way to the front of the property gives us some beautiful protection, right? Really beautiful protection. So, and then we have this, bright little patch over here, which is, again, it gives a nice balance. That patch there you can see the shade right there, right starting there. So it will continue to shade a bit. Sun's going down over here, and we will get more shade being pushed that way. Just a really amazing property. As you can see, here's the hill here. As you can see, it kind of all the way up here. It goes all the way down, all the way down here, all the way down here, and then goes back up. And so someday, our plan is to, based on our growth, to put a beautiful cave here and do a cut and cover cave. So we'd remove the dirt, put in a cave, and then we'd cover it so it would look just like a hill. But let's go out and check out the cab. Let me just walk down here and check it. I don't have my boots on right now. I just came from the office and doing payroll today and a whole bunch of other things today too. So here we are. So we just got finished watering them from yesterday so yesterday finished watering. It was super hot yesterday. It was about 108 degrees, 109 degrees in this valley yesterday. So we turned the water on to protect the vines, protect the grapes, and we haven't trimmed back. Some of the vineyards already have trimmed back all this excessive growth here, right? All of this here, all along here. We didn't do that. We wanted to wait a little bit more because right now we're roughly about, last year we harvested Cabernet about the first week in October. So we have about 4 weeks left, basically the same timeline as last year. Now we don't know what Mother Nature is going to bring us, right? So we're doing our best guesstimate. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start trimming these. We're thinking that the hot weather is going to pass us after the next couple days. And then we'll get into a normal trend, which if you see 4 days from now, it's a normal trend. So days will be about 85, 86 degrees. Evenings will be, or nights will be in the high 50s. So, which is perfect growing temperature. And so then what we'll do is we'll start removing the leaves. We'll start trimming the tops here and get the rest of the energy from the vines into the grapes. And look how gorgeous Cabernet is. I mean, come on. It's really, really gorgeous. And we're 4 weeks away. Those sugar levels in these are probably right around, 18, 19, probably closer to 18 and 19. And we're striving for a much higher level of sugars, and so levels of sugars, around the 25% range, not percent, but 25 bricks, 24 bricks, right around there. And this is, this vine, it's probably about 15 years old. There's some older ones in the filet mignon over here, but these are looking great too, right? So what we're going to do is we'll clean these leaves up. We're going to remove the leaves. We're definitely going to remove them on this side. This is when the sun rises in the east, this is the eastern side, so the sun isn't as intense as the western side, western facing, which is on this side. This is eastern facing on this side. So on the eastern facing, we can easily remove the leaves, no problem. Expose the grapes for perfect ripening. And then we'll remove the leaves closer to harvest so we can protect the grapes still, and remove the leaves before harvest, So look at this cluster here. Isn't that crazy? It's beautiful. So older vines, some of the older ones. This is an older one here. You can tell how thick it is. Some of these are older too, but if you go in the heart of the vineyard, you can see it. Okay, so now here's interesting. So now we have this cluster. So we have some raisins, right? Some raisins here. So that one's actually dried out. So what happened was, that's just something happened here. It's not really sun because the sun's here. But as you can see, the rest is okay. And this, by the time we get into harvest, this will be harvested, and probably out of this cluster, the machine will probably save maybe 30% of the grapes, and the rest will be blown away, thrown out. These are tasty raisins. That was a little sour, so it's not sweet yet, right? But look at that. How gorgeous that is. Oh, I wish you guys were coming. I wish you guys were here. I really, really do. We'll get you here soon enough, but this is a super fun part of the year, time of the year. It's harvest. It's what we live for, right? But sharing this with everybody is going to be important, and I can't wait to do that. Again, some big announcements coming this week and early next week in regards to the property itself, and you know, all of that fun stuff. Harvest will be for the Cabernet probably 4 weeks. I'd love it to be 6 weeks. That would be wonderful. But maybe 4, could be 5, maybe 6. We don't know. But you know, the vines are ready to go. Just needs about 4 more weeks, 5 more weeks of tempered weather, and no fires. Knock on wood. We just need 4 to 5 more weeks, and then we're there. We are there. So I'll be pulling. We're looking at pulling about 15 tons of grapes this year from the Cabernet. Maybe 20, but probably 15. Anyways, everybody, yes, can't wait to get you here. Lots of things happening. You'll be updated, informed. Social media first, and then email. But check us out, gen7wines.com. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, because when we upload new videos, we have a whole bunch of new videos coming, not only from the vineyard, from the tasting room, from the different wines that we're doing. We're also going to do a cocktail program with our Noir de Noir, so I'm going to be videoing some of those cocktails. Lots of recipes coming out. Lots of recipes have been made by mixologists for us, and so lots to share. Anyways, as always, peace, love, ciao.